Hi there everyone. I'm going to read you a different story today. It's called The Pirates Next Door, starring the Jolly Rogers by Johnny Duddle. Matilda lived in Dull-on-Sea, a gloomy seaside town. Too busy in the summer, and in winter it shut down. So if you look at that picture, the first side is the summer and the second side is what the town looks like in the winter. There weren't too many kids around, just Tilda on her street. The lawns were mowed, the cars were washed, the hedges trimmed and neat. The house next door had been for sale since Tilda was a baby. She hoped a family would move in with a girl her age. Or maybe a boy, a pirate boy. Ahoy! He had patched up jeans, an eye patch and a wooden-legged dog, and a pirate ship with treasure chests and barrels full of grog. Why, imagine having that next door to your house. We're the Jolly Rogers. We'll be anchoring next door. We've sailed the 7 seas, but now we've had to come ashore. I feel a little landsick, but Mum says it'll pass. That's my mother over there, digging up the grass. Do you want to have a look at his mum? That's Dad over yonder, the captain of our crew. He likes to shout, "War!" a lot, because that's what pirates do. Grandpa won't set foot on shore. He's allergic to dry land. The last time he left the ship, the king chopped off his hand. That urchin there's called Nugget. She's a rascal, as you'll see. She ain't learnt to fire a cannon yet, but then she's only 3. Okay, so this is Dad, this is the granddad, and this is the little girl that's only 3 years old. Next morning, Tilda blurted, "Life's not boring anymore. Isn't it fantastic that those pirates moved next door?" But Mum and Dad were not impressed. "The neighbourhood will sneer. The way they dress, the way they speak, they won't fit in round here. Their lad is always playing with the most alarming toys. We'd rather you were friends with normal girls and boys." There you go, you can see all the family's different expressions showing how they feel about the pirates next door. But that very day, young Jim lad came to Matilda's school. Though no one else would sit by him, Matilda said, "You're cool. You ain't so bad yourself, me lass. For a landlubber, that's rare. I'm a scurvy sea dog, but you'll be all right sitting there." The teacher said Jim should wear shoes and his uniform was wrong. She wrote a note, but Jim replied, "I won't be staying long. We're only here a little while, so Dad can fix our ship. We ain't cut out for life on land. This day be just a blip. We are the Jolly Rogers, and we need to be at sea. School's just grand, but understand, it's a pirate's life for me." There you go, have a look. You see he hasn't got any shoes on. He thinks he's not going to be at school very long. After school, a neighbour came around for cake and tea. Her name was Mrs. Bumble from number 33. Miss Pinky called the council to see what they could do. She didn't live through 2 world wars to have pirates spoil her view. Isn't it disgraceful in such a lovely street? You'd think that they would try to keep their garden looking neat. Hey, can you see the 2 children listening in to what the adults are saying? "They have to go," said Miss Devine, who lived at number 89. "Their teeth are black, their nails are too. This dirtiness just will not do. They never wash, their kids have lice. They don't really smell very nice." "Oh, you smell okay." Thanks." "They wear old clothes and scruffy hats, and I'm told their ships are full of rats." What do you think? Do you think they really are? Also cross was Mr. Shaw, the grumpy man at 34. He liked to read the paper on his sunlit patio, but the pirate ship blocked out the light, so he said, "They'll have to go. I'd like some peace and quiet, but they're fixing up that boat. Hammering all day and night, that thing will never float." The two Miss Yates at 88 told everyone who passed their gate, "We saw them grab the postman. They made him walk the plank. It's lucky he can swim, but we're afraid his post bag sank." So all these people are not very keen on having different neighbours, are they? "They scared the ducks," said Mrs. Snooks, "and terrorised the park. They boarded people's rowboats and fired cannons for a lark." "That's my boy! Wah! Quack, quack." Driving home from bingo, Mrs. Plum got quite a fright. They were digging up the roundabout in the middle of the night. "They have cutlasses," said Mr. Brown, "and love to run you through. They'll steal your gold also, I'm told. What are we all to do?" Do you know what a cutlass is? It's this great big sword here. Mrs. Bevan from 87 marched down to the town hall. She'd collected a petition, 50 signatures in all. "They're digging holes and fighting fights, the beginning of the end. I've lived here for years and years, and so have all my friends. Before you know it, there'll be more. We'll all have pirates lodged next door. The Jolly Rogers cannot stay. You must make them go away." If you look really carefully, you can see they fired a cannon from their ship. It says boom. That night there was a tapping at Matilda's window pane. Outside was Jim. He whispered, "I've got something to explain. Whenever we stop somewhere new, the neighbours are unkind. To show them pirates aren't so bad, we leave some things behind." Shh. Have a look at what they're planning. "Now the black hole shipshape, it's time we sailed away, and I'll be sad to leave, as I've so enjoyed our stay. But we pirates need adventure. To see lands across the ocean, we need cutlasses and treasure maps and lots of suntan lotion. Though our visit here just has to end, I hope that you'll still be my friend. If you want, we can send notes. Use something handy, a thing that floats." Have you ever heard of pirates sending messages in a bottle? Maybe you could write a message you'd like to send to a pirate. Matilda woke next morning, puzzled by what Jim had said. She vowed she'd keep in touch with him as she struggled out of bed. She opened up her curtains as she stretched and had a yawn, and there, to her amazement, was a cross on every lawn. Look, can you see them? Do you think X marks the spot? Well, this book, look, opens up. Can you see? And this side opens as well. What's everybody got? It looks to me like they're digging up treasure boxes. Oh, what a shame they left. I didn't say goodbye. They were such a lovely family. I think I'm going to cry. Quack. I'm such a pirate fan, you know. They wore such pretty hats. I rather like their singing. And I'll miss those fluffy rats. After that, the town went on landlubbing happily. But Tilda now goes fishing on the jetty by the sea. She's waiting for a message to wash up on the shore from her very special pirate friend, the one who lived next door. Oh, look, here's a message he's written for her. It says, "So now it's the school holidays, you can come aboard our ship. We'll pick you up next Tuesday for a special pirate trip. Jim lad." Woof. There we go. So it turned out the pirates weren't so bad after all, were they? Okay, I'll see you soon for another story.